in the vast, deep forest of Hyrule. Long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me. Each Kokiri has his or her guardian fairy. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. Navi, Navi, where art thou? Come hither. O Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree. Dost thou sense it, the climate of evil descending upon this realm? Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil power, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. Navi, go now, find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly. The fate of the forest, nay, the world, depends upon thee. Hello, Link. Wake up. The Great Deku Tree wants to talk to you. Link, get up. Hey, come on. Can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? You finally woke up. I'm Navi the Fairy. The Great Deku Tree asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you, so let's get going right now. Welcome to Ocarina of Time. I am so sorry for that reading. Reading is not my strong suit. What is my strong suit is being a total nerd about this game, so let's just start. Yahoo! Hi, Link. Okay, so normal people climb down the ladder, but no! We backflip off because we are cool. Not really, but... Wow, a fairy. Finally, a fairy came to you, Link. Wow, that's great news. I'm so happy for you. Now you're a true Kokiri, Link, because he wasn't before. Is that right? The Great Deku Tree has summoned you? It's quite an honor to talk to the Great Deku Tree. I'll wait for you here. Get going. Go see the Great Deku Tree. Yeah, that's gonna be great. So we're just gonna head on over there, and it's gonna be easy. We're just gonna go and be like, hey, I'm here now, and nothing's gonna ever stop us, because why would anything stop us? Uh-oh. Hey you, Mr. No Fairy, what's your business with the Great Deku Tree? Without a fairy, you're not even a real man. I think that's the first time anybody has ever said that sentence in history. What? You've got a fairy? Say what? The Great Deku Tree actually summoned you? What? Why would he summon you and not the Great Mido? This isn't funny. I don't believe it. You aren't even fully equipped yet. How do you think you're going to go help the Great Deku Tree without both a sword and shield ready? What? You're right. I don't have my equipment ready, but... if you want to pass through here, you should at least equip a sword and a shield. Sheesh. So yeah, this is Mido. He sucks, and he won't let you pass without a sword and a shield, but luckily, they aren't too complicated to get. To get the shield, you're gonna need 40 rupees. To get the sword, you're just gonna have to find it. The rupees aren't that hard to come by. I mean, those 5 right here. This game's rupee system's pretty simple. A green one is worth 1, a blue one's worth 5. There are some higher ones, like, I believe red is worth 20, purple's worth 50, and I think there's even a yellow rupee worth 100? I think there's actually even orange rupees, but they are so rare that they don't really matter. Over here, there's like a little obstacle course. If you backflip over these rocks, you get some money. I don't really like to deal with it, so what I do is I just target this, and I just go like... and you get the rupees. Very nice. Speaking, you can enter this and crawl through it. If you see any holes like this, you can crawl through them. They're small enough for you to fit. You just have to try and believe. So, we have a little maze here. We got 5 rupees. Nice, nice. And there's a boulder of death! It's fine, just run. You'll be okay. But if we come over here, ooh, look! It's this chest. Visit the house of the Know-It-All Brothers to get answers to all your item-related questions. We're not going to be doing that because I don't want to read. And it's all tutorial stuff that I could just tell you. I wonder what's in this chest. It's the Kokiri sword! Yes, it's a sword. It's a sword. We can kill things now. We have the power of death on our side. This is a hidden treasure of the Kokiri, but you can borrow it for a while. Be sure to practice with it before you really fight. So to equip things, you just pause. You go over here to this little menu. Link's looking very, very pixelated. I'm afraid he won't get any less pixelated. But sword is pretty simple. You just press B to attack. If you're standing still and you're untargeted, you do a horizontal. If you're holding up while you attack, you do like a vertical slash. You can quick spin the control stick and press B to do a spin attack. And if you are targeted and you go and you hold forward, you do like a little stab. Oh, and you also do a vertical if you're targeting and you stand still. If you're targeting and you press A, you do a jump attack. And there is one more move that I'll be going over later, but we can't do it right now. So we're gonna make our way back to the main section of Kokiri. We still want to get a shield, so we still need to get some money because it's in the shop. If you want 5 rupees, murder the sign! And it'll give you some rupees. Fun fact, these signs actually do say things. This is written in Hylian, which is a translatable language, and it just translates to Nintendo. The bottom text is just Nintendo, but upside down. But it is kind of neat that these signs are actually readable. The arrow ones also say something, but I don't remember what it is, if I'm being honest. Oh, by the way, fun fact, we went over here earlier, but You know what? Never mind. Actually, I'll give it one more attempt. Okay, yeah, you can jump slash up here. It's pretty difficult though. It's a one frame thing, so you only do it for coolness points. Okay, yep. This person just talks to you about Z targeting. I totally was trying to talk to her, and I definitely was not. Shut up! I definitely was not trying to side hop like that. So this is the shop. If you notice, we're 1 rupee short from 40. That's fine. There is a hidden 5 over here, because of course there is. Welcome! Okay, let's get the Deku Shield. The Deku Shield is very good. Shields are extremely strong in this game. In fact, there's a lot of things that are strong in this game that you wouldn't really think. But shields are just really good. Be careful, because this is made out of wooden though, so later in the game you might want to consider switching it out for other things. Okay, hi Mido, we got your sword and shield, you jerk. If you want to see the Great Deku Tree, you should at least equip a sword and shields. Eh? What's that? Oh, you have a Deku Shield. And what's that? Is that the Kikiri sword? Good grief. Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp is still a wimp, huh? I, the Great Mido, will never accept you as one of us. Shoot, how did you get to be the favorite of Saria in the Great Deku Tree, huh? Grumble, grumble. Yeah, take that, Mido. L plus ratio. I'm sorry, I really shouldn't do that. And whoa! There's the first enemy of the game. This is a Deku Baba. Though it looks withered, it will hurt you if you touch it. So yeah, specifically this is the withered Deku Baba. It is actually different from other Deku Babas that you can find throughout the game. It does in 1-8 though, and we can use its body as a stick! That's actually kind of hardcore. Zelda's a violent game, not E for everybody. There's a cutscene trigger right here. I think I'm just gonna try to do something kind of cool. Whee! Yeah, you can like keep your recoil and momentum into that cutscene. Oh Navi, thou hast returned. Link, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Verily, thou hast felt it. Link, the time has come to test thy courage. Courage? I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. That's a hard word for me to say, uh-oh. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task? Yes. Then enter, brave Link, and thou too, Navi. I promise you're not just my lunch. Navi the fairy, thou must aid Link. And Link, when Navi speaks, use C up to listen well to hear her words of wisdom. What's C up? I don't know, man. I'm just a tree. Stop asking me questions. Yeah. Just go into the tree of a mouth. That makes perfect sense. Well, welcome to the first dungeon of the game, inside the Great Deku Tree. This place has layers to it. This was the first dungeon to ever be in 3D. So I think they really wanted verticality to be like a main focus point. This is a Deku Knight. It stuns people. It's not the most useful, but it's got some hidden uses that I'll talk about as the game progresses. I completely skipped over it. This is a Deku Baba, a real one. Hit it when it lunges at you, and it would stand upright, cut it quickly to get a stick. Yeah, this is an enemy that completely depends on how you kill it, what item you'll get from it. Because if you hit him, and then hit him when he's down again, you'll get a Deku Nut. But if you kill him when he's standing upright, you'll get a stick. Fun fact, Navi tries to talk to you. Let's see if I can get this. No, I didn't get it. If you draw your sword at the right time, you can completely skip that text box. Just avoiding Navi talking in general is just great for everybody involved. And look, there is a chest. Would you look at that? I wonder what it could be. Maybe it's our next item of the game. Nope, it's just the map. Get used to this. I would say, though, the maps are useful. Not without a compass. They're kind of useless without a compass, but in general, they're pretty useful. Navi is trying to tell us that you can open doors, and if you've played this game before, this is the most annoying text box ever, I think, because even to a new player, I think opening a door by pressing A is pretty simple. This is, what's this called? Deku Scrub? It will hide in the grass. If you get close to it, bounce the nuts back, spit it back at it. I only wanted to check because these Deku Scrubs in the Deku Tree are different from the rest of the game. You can, there are multiple ways to take out Deku Scrubs throughout the game, but these Deku Tree ones are unique because only your shield will work. You have to use your shield. This guy's just telling us how if we fall from a high place and you hold forward, you can like roll, and it might negate damage. Doesn't work if you do it from high up. I ignore this platform. And we have a second big chest. Maybe this is the compass if you've ever played Zelda before. I mean, it seems pretty standard for it to be the compass. No, it is the slingshot, the item dungeon, the item dungeon, the dungeon item. It's pretty simple. This is just a projectile weapon. It shoots Deku seeds. You can cut grass to get a refill on it. It's pretty simple stuff. Please let me... Okay. There is a chest up there. It contains a recovery heart. It's one of the most useless chests in the game. Now, in case you didn't listen to me and you did not ignore the platform, don't worry, you're not screwed. There is a ladder right here, and you can shoot it with your slingshot. But we can just run, but that platform's gone now. That's why I told you to ignore it. Now that we have the slingshot, we can come back to the main room, and as we can see, there were spiders blocking our path. Not anymore. Bye-bye. What? Okay. They're all dead. And this is Deku Seeds. Like I said, this refills your slingshot. You shouldn't be hurting for slingshot ammo that much in the game. I don't think the slingshot's used too often, but it's still nice to know how to refill it. This is a Skulltula, or a big Skulltula. Its soft belly is its weak point. What it means by that is that you can hit it when it's facing away, but if you hit its like skull, nothing. You just have to wait for him to turn. Very self-explanatory. Okay, this room, you're gonna want to just ignore that pocket. That chest contains a recovery heart, and there is a collectible behind it. I'm gonna ignore the collectible, and you might be confused why, but don't worry, this is 100%. I will be coming back to the Deku Tree. I'm just gonna get everything in one swoop, so we're gonna be ignoring that specific collectible. If you come over here, we have the third component of the dungeon, the compass. The compass and the map are kinda... It sucks to just get one of them, because whether you get the compass first or the map first, they're kind of useless without each other. But once you have both, they are pretty useful. To get out of here, you see this torch, and this torch is lit. We can transfer the flame using our Deku Stick, which, if you remember, this Deku Stick is literally the corpse of a monster we could just killed, so that's lovely. Okay, we're gonna have to kill this spider thing. Come on, turn around. There we go. So if we're gonna look down, we can see that in the middle there's that web patch that we saw, and below it is actually a giant hole. So let's just break it. And we have access to the second half of the dungeon. That spider is again another collectible. We're going to be ignoring it. This switch burns the web. That's pretty cool. That chest is just a recovery heart. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm sorry I didn't explain that. It's just really self-explanatory. So basically, you just take the flame and you go through the water like that. Make sure you don't go to the deep water though, because this will put out your torch. All the way over here won't, but the deep water will. So just be mindful of that. Okay, we got another Deku Scrub. He's dead now. These are really easy to take care of. Please forgive me, Master. I'll never do it again. If you spare me, I'll teach you something cool. You will never beat my brothers up ahead unless you punish them in the proper order. The order is 2, 3, 1. 23 is number 1. Do you think I'm a traitor? Absolutely, dude. You just sold out your family. You are definitely a traitor. Whenever you see an eye switch like that, it usually just means you shoot it. This room... What, Navi, what are you talking about? After you get it... Okay, yes. More tutorial stuff. You can dive in underwater with A. The longer you hold A, the longer you dive for, up to a certain point. There's a switch over here that you can hit, and it lowers the water. When I was a kid, I never really got that the water level was lowering. I just kind of knew that after I pressed that switch, I was safe. I didn't really understand why. And you can actually backflip over that, I believe, but I don't think I've ever done it before. Here is another skull. Fun fact, jump attacks do double damage, so if you want to... Shut up, Navi! So if you want to kill something quickly, you're going to want to jump attack. Yes, I get it. Please, go away. Okay, so if you just come behind this block and hold A, you can just push it, or you can pull it, depending on which way you put the control stick. Pushing blocks is so slow in this game, so I hope you have the ability to just kind of turn your brain off sometimes. Going on to the next room, this is just a simple torch room with Deku Babas, because of course there is. Okay. Number 1, number 2. Very easy room. This room used to terrify me as a child, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'm alone in this, but the reason why I was so scared is that if you go out into the open, those things would drop down. And I'm gonna just let them drop because nobody ever encounters these on purpose, I swear. This is Goma larvae. Look out when it's ready to pounce. This enemy is exclusive to the Deku Tree, and it never shows up again, and this is really the only area that it exists. Oh, can I not break them when they're on top? I thought I could. Huh. Yeah, it shows what I know about this enemy. But yeah, these are exclusive to the Deku Tree. They never show up again, and it's kind of shame because other than the boss fight, this is the only place in the Deku Tree that they show up. Which, I mean, they're kind of cool looking. It's kind of sad, but yeah, it used to scare me so bad. If you'd see, that wall looks kind of different back there. We can't do anything with that right now, unfortunately. But there's a crawl space right there. But there's a web! If only we had a source of fire that could burn it. Oh wait, we do. And it's done! So, we kind of did a lot. I wonder where we're gonna pop out right here. Oh, would you look at that, actually. We're back in the main room, but we're on the higher up ledge that we couldn't get through. We couldn't get up to, I mean. So, to make sure that we can get up here again, we're gonna wanna actually push this block down, and now the lower level and the upper level are actually connected, which is just really cool design. Let's be honest here. And now the only thing left to do is to get into this little hole. But how are we gonna do that? Well, we go get fire from over here. And, I mean, you can hit it, you can roll with it, you can do anything. Okay, so I'm just gonna show this off right quick. If, for whatever reason, you decided that you didn't want to get that fire down there, you could do this. Hold on, let me just get into position. There. You can get that flame. Sorry it took a while. It is a little bit finicky. Or I shouldn't say that. It's just a skill issue. It's a little hard to pull off. But it is pretty cool. Whee! Okay, so these are the Scrub Brothers that the guy was talking about earlier. The order is 2-3-1, so it's a middle, right, left. If you somehow found a way to knock all three of these guys out at the same time, they would actually repeat Navi's dialogue from the start of the game. And I don't really know why. It is strange. How did you know our secret? How irritating. It's so annoying that I'm gonna reveal the secret of Queen Goma to you. In order to administer the coup de grace to Queen Goma, strike with your sword while she's stunned. Oh, Queenie. Sorry about that. Okay, so we are entering the first boss of the game. And we're locked in. So I'm gonna equip Deku Nuts. You might not know why, but you'll probably know why later. We gotta look up and find Goma. Parasitic Armored Arachnid, Goma. This boss looks scary, but it's fine. You're supposed to just shoot her with your slingshot and then attack her. But that's not the only way to do it. I could actually have killed her right there. I know how, but I'm trying to let the boss fight go a little bit. She'll climb onto this ceiling and try to lay babies. You just shoot her eye. That's how you counter that. You can shoot her from the ceiling. I'm not hitting her because, again, I'm trying to show more off. Okay, don't want. Oh, is she gonna keep doing that? Because I don't want to kill her right now. I think she might keep doing that. Wait, she's facing away! She's intelligent! Okay, we're fine. Okay, I hit her once. Maybe that would trigger her to just walk. Come on. I want her to just walk towards me. Okay, no. Well, that's unfortunate. What I was trying to show off is that the Deku Nuts actually work on her. Like, you can stun her with the Deku Nuts instead of the slingshot, but she doesn't want to cooperate, so you're gonna die for your uncooperation, whatever that's called. Being uncooperative. And she dropped a heart container. This gives you 1 full health. There were plenty more of these in this game. This is just your standard reward for finishing a dungeon. Well done, Link. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou wouldn't be able to carry out my wishes. Oh, what? What? Man, his English is so weird. Now I have yet more to tell ya. Wouldst thou listen? That I keep thinking that he's saying wouldn't. That's a terrible word. Now listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorcerous powers in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Before time began, before spirits and life existed, 3 golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. Din, the goddess of power. Nehru, the goddess of wisdom. Aurora, the goddess of courage. I hate saying that word. Or that name, I guess. Aurora? I hate it. I hate it even when referring to Flora as Win. Din. With her strong flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. I think that's referring to the desert. Nehru poured her wisdom onto the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. Oh, I guess it just meant the land, and Nehru created the sky. Aurora, with her rich soul, produced all life forms who would uphold the law. The 3 great goddesses, their labor completed, departed. The golden sacred triangles remained at the point where the goddesses left the world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's providence. And the resting place of the triangles has become the sacred realm. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Because of that curse, my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I have been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. Link, go now to Hyrule Castle. There thou wilt surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you, the stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse on me. We got the Kokiri Emeralds, the first of 3 spiritual stones. The future depends upon thee, Link. Thou art courageous. Navi the Fairy, help Link to carry out my will. I entreat ye, Navi. Goodbye. Let's go to Hyrule Castle. Goodbye, Great Deku Tree. Okay, we're back in Kokiri. Hey Link, what did you do? The Great Deku Tree, did he die? How could you do a thing like that? It's all your fault. Oh, geez, okay, just blame me for killing the tree god, why don't you? Okay, fine. Okay, so now that we have the spiritual stone, we are actually gonna go to Hyrule Castle to meet Zelda. Which the exit to Kokiri Forest is right here. It was actually blocked by this guy. I'm not really sure why he's moved now, other than progression purposes. Kokiri will die if we leave the forest. You're not going to try to leave the forest, are you? Yeah, I am. Goodbye.